Yo, we back, and we got a flavorful live performance for y'all. Just to set it off, the debut of SPITGAN Live, we got the homie Joey Khan in the back, B-Boy extraordinaire. He's gonna flex on you to the song by Noah O and Fan Ran called S.A.B. Let's get down and do it, baby.
Yeah. Summertime, Jelly City, catch me flying through the fog with some wild Filipinos. Keep the iron in the drawers. Fear not, sun is back to supply you with the raw. No rat, no lies, or the flogging of the falls. Most high, under the most highest. Crazy as life is, could have been fighting multiple indictments. Fork in a row, let the right and living righteous. Been cooking, good looking, Fan Ran, blend the spices. You know the flow, feel good like fellatio. I'm in the booth making sales like a trade show. In my jersey scoring buckets like the Lake Show. Black hole, absorb all the hate, it just make me glow. Concrete, I roll, diamond mine from the trap. Glitch in the matrix, out to redefine rap. Purify like the phoenix out of volcanic ash. Survive the violent 90s, blow out water from the tap. Henrico County's finest, Kathy May's oldest. Out to get my pockets bulging, plush fabrics like the soap. Navigate the game, no need
Yeah. How you feel, baby? That's how it goes down here, SPITGAN Live. Give it up for my homie, you know what's up. We're gonna come back and sit down and do the interview. Yo, so we back, baby. And what? We gotta do a little fashion thing, man. So we got a nice little gift courtesy of MOMA, Vans. You know what up with that, you know, it's some fine art, high art shit. And since Joey here, he got a background in fine arts and film, which we're gonna get into a little bit. Why don't we ask him to open this box and show us what's going on? Oh, you do the honors for me, homie?
My pleasure, my pleasure. Let's see what we have here.
Ooh, silvery box.
Yeah, I like the whole like matrixy kind of like silvery, you know, kind of design.
Kind of jamming.
Oh, and the paper is really nice too.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. I haven't even got to the shoe yet.
Let's get right to the shoe, right? Let's not frontier, all right? Let's kind of take a quick look at this shoe. Yo, this is, if you look at this pattern, which is kind of the craziness, it's an artist called Jackson Pollock, who I hope y'all youngins are familiar, because that's mad important. What do you think of this shoe, Joey?
Well, you know, I think this is really interesting because usually shoes, they don't have designs on this rubber part.
Yeah, I think that's mad ill, man.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, Jackson Pollock was a splash artist, a very action-oriented artist. Famous in about the 1940s, which is wild because you think there was like kind of like a world war at that time.
Yeah, but he's just like flossing and like making art.
Yeah.
Just like his paintbrush is like
dope.
You know, and then all of a sudden there's a painting.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think he used to use big canvases, abstract expressionist. Some of his contemporaries, Mark Rothko, William de Kooning. So pretty fresh, man. Vans and MOMA be doing this collaboration. We thought it was just some mad ill flavor. They're doing bucket hats, they're doing caps. You know, the B-boys love it, man. This flavor is just too ill, man. The all over print, god damn, get you some. Edward Munch the Scream, other artists, 2 female artists that are dope. Go take a peek. Available at Vans, available at the MOMA store, which is open at K11, which is pretty damn hot.
Man, you got that new shoe smell too. Can you smell it? That's what's up.
Box fresh, homie. Yo, thank you. Thank you to the B-Boy for giving it the approval, because it's mad important. So yeah, man. Joey, what's going on? What's happening?
Hey, how you doing? You know, happy to be here with you.
Nice. So for our first episode, how would you describe your own style, since we talk a little bit of fashion and things like that?
Style, like dressing style?
Yeah, dressing style first.
Pretty cash, you know, like, you know, usually I'm a pretty old B-boy, but like back in the day, you know, like you'd have to be able to get down at any moment in time, right?
Yes.
So like, especially your shoes, very important.
Right.
Your shoes have to be like, you know, you have to go down and like try it on a set. You have to do a dance set to see if the shoe works out for you. So you'd be like in the shoe stores, like this looks nice, but does it dance good? Like, it's going to be comfortable.
Really,
you know?
really. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
being like a Foot Locker, trying to do a few moves on the floor.
Yeah.
Would they let you test the shoes like that?
Yeah, because it's like, oh, you know, usually they're like, oh, you know, you want to try the shoe, like walk around the store, take a few steps. And I'm going to do a little more than take a few steps.
Hell yeah, man.
You know?
I've
And then just be
never.
like, oh, and I'm like, no, this is okay. All right. No, it's not good.
Yeah, I can take that. Take that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Because you really put these things through their paces, you know, when you do footwork and stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man. Do you think your style reflects your dance style?
Usually, like, I'm more of like a style head, I guess you would call it, and
of course, you're Asian, dude.
Yeah,
Asian people are mad stylish.
Yeah. But I kind of just wear whatever. Usually, it's like a lot of hats, a lot of trucker hats, mostly from like jams or, you know, I don't really just go and buy hats normally. It's just from an event.
Right.
A lot of times, like, I found like my whole wardrobe suddenly, like, I've got like 10 t-shirts. They're all from B-boy events, and it's just like, oh, okay.
Nice, yeah. But that keeps it pretty unique because those are pretty limited, rare runs.
Exactly.
Nice.
And there was a time where, you know, I'd be into like these like big oversized shorts, you know, those Carhartts, right?
Yeah. Workwear.
Yeah.
Dope.
And then Puma suede is the big thing.
Wow.
All the dancers love Puma suedes.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do it. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but they're just really.
Yo, you can hook us up though. We'll take some shoes. Yeah, Puma suedes. You know,
no, I'm not wearing them right now, but
those new J. Cole joints. We'll try and wear or something for you.
For sure, like you know, maybe 8 out of 10 dancers, they'll have a pair of black Puma suedes in their collection.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you ever do it with the fat laces and things like that?
Definitely.
Fat laces. You know those kitties. Hell yeah, man.
You know, don't take the stock items, you know.
Yeah. You know how you're talking about, like, that's interesting how you would test shoes to see if they're like, you know, like good for breakdancing and things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know how like there were skate shoes that were kind of custom fitted for that sport. Yeah. Did anybody ever try to come up with a breakdance shoe that you know?
Yeah. So there's a famous B-boy. Well, actually, before this one, there's a crew called Floor Lords in Boston. And they actually came out with their own Floor Lords shoe. Like, I think I might be wrong on this, but I think they partnered with Asics or something.
Oh,
I might be wrong. Don't kill me, guys.
We'll fact check that. We'll Google it.
Yeah. But there was an official Floor Lords sneaker that was only available in Boston because Floor Lords crew is from Boston. Is one of the OG crews from Boston. Yeah. But now this year there is a B-boy called Dizzy, who's also like a kind of OG, and he's like kind of this big deal in the community because he invented a lot of judging systems and stuff. Oh. Now he's living in Taiwan, and he's created this B-boy shoe from his own very own design called the Number Ones.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. They have like a little like they kind of look like Puma suedes, but they have like a arrowhead. So it's like, you know, designed for doing good footwork, and they have a couple of different colorways. Pretty cool.
Wow, crazy. We're gonna come look for that.
Dizzy from Supernatural's crew. Actually, Mikey is in the same crew as Dizzy, so you could get some info from him on that.
Nice. Mikey, we're gonna ring you up. Shanghai Zoom call with you, man.
Give me some free shoes.
Okay, now let me ask you this: does smoking the good help you with rhythm and dancing?
The good.
Yeah, the good.
Yeah, definitely. You know, puts you in a different plane. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't usually do it before an event, because like sometimes you don't even know what you've done.
Right.
It's so dope.
Some strains are strong.
Oh, come on. You're like, man, what did you do? I don't know, but it felt cool. Yeah. Sometimes it's good, and then sometimes you watch the video back and you're like, it only felt cool, but it wasn't actually that good. But it definitely felt good.
Cue Cypress Hill. No, but I feel you, because that's like freestyling. You feel amazing, but like sometimes you play it back and you're like,
maybe it wasn't, you know, maybe we were a little biased.
Yeah. Or it feels the camera. There's something wrong with it. Something messed up with the camera.
I would say, like, on a serious note, like, it helps you to listen to the music a lot better. Right? It makes you more in tune with it. But if you're trying to do something more like technical, then you might, I don't know, you might crash, or you might like fall into a crazy way. Like, so
interesting, because
it's good and bad in that way, you know.
Because I feel you rhythmically, I feel it does kind of enhance that and kind of get you into that.
Yeah, because it's kind of breaks down some barriers to you know, you're like, oh, I have to listen to the music, but then after that, you're more like, oh, I'm with the music already.
Yeah.
There's no like the distance between understanding the beat and the rhythm becomes like zero almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, do the knowledge, that's the science, man. You're here first. You were born and raised in Hong Kong.
Yes, I was.
Right? How did you come across hip hop?
Actually, I was at a rave. Believe it or not.
All right.
Okay, but this is, you know, when you're in school, you go to where all the kids go, right?
Yeah.
So you go to the rave, and then for some reason there are these kids like B-boying in the middle of the dance floor.
Yeah.
Like they're complete raw music, but anyway, they were doing it, and like they looked cool, and I was just like, man, this is kind of cool. This doesn't look too hard. Maybe I can try, you know.
Dope. Yeah.
So, you know, back then there was no YouTube or anything, so you just kind of like got together with your friends, and you're like, hey, I know this guy. I know a guy who can maybe teach us some moves, you know, like let's meet up and blah blah, and just kind of evolved from there, you know.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Because I know. Well, I didn't come into hip hop from raving, but I know like early on in Canada, where I'm from, they always had a room with like a hip hop DJ. There was all these different sounds, so you would always get that. It was a really interesting place to mix because there would be space to dance. And definitely in that moment to do it. Awesome.
But, I mean, I look back now, and if I go back, you know, if you go to like RKF now, some random peeps are like trying to like dance, like show off. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you because I never see no b-boys in clubs or even dancers that are really doing it.
That's why I say like some randoms is just trying to show off, but they just learn, I don't know, a few moves off of YouTube or something. Right. And if I'm there, I'm just kind of like, okay, all right, okay. Better not come up to me and like get in my face because I'm gonna smoke you.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Is there a local saying for that? Like, you know, like maybe scrubby kind of dancers? Is there like a Cantonese kind of expression?
No, I mean, you just say san sao, right? There's nothing really.
San sao. Yeah. Speak it loud for like all the ABC knowledge. Dope.
New hands.
Nice.
Yeah.
How would you describe the hip hop scene in Hong Kong? Maybe collectively, like all.
Collectively,
what's happening here?
I would feel like it's really hard to find like a good party place. Because actually, like, you know, a lot of hip hop, you really need the party vibe for it to like really be meaningful, I would say. But like, it's kind of more separated into different pockets. So you got like the dance scene,
right? And
even the dance scene is separated into like hip hop, street dance, or like choreography dance, like studio dancing. And then you've got street dance, which is more freestyle. And they don't really do choreography. They just like to battle and stuff. Like they have like you know, popping events and like locking events, and they have like some dance hall events.
So it's that specific. It's almost
Okay. But sometimes people that are in one discipline, they just learn other stuff. But for b-boys, it's always been like for b-boys, you know, and they have their own events. Maybe just because they're just more united somehow. I think maybe because they really are about like more like about the battling. You know, you release all of the aggression and like energy during the battle, and after you can be good friends and stuff. Yeah. But some other events like or some other types of dances, they don't get to. Maybe it's just a different type of energy. So it's like, you know, you're just kind of like polite all the time, whatever. But then you're still like kind of hating on each other after the event's done.
Nothing's resolved.
Yeah, you're just like, you shouldn't have won, whatever.
Bitches.
Yeah. So, or it's like, it's always the same, like, 2 or 4 dudes like the top 4 all the time, and you're wondering like, you know,
politics.
Yeah, politics. You know?
But you know, like I gotta ask because I never see, not that I go that often anymore, but like never see you guys in clubs. Is it because of the space? Like you don't want to be there?
Well,
the music ain't that great.
The music, for one, is you're gonna go to a club. Either it has good hip hop music, but there's no space to dance because it's like more of like a loungy bar. Or it's like big, but then they're just playing like top 40s. Yeah. And you're just like, what am I doing here? Like, I'd rather just go down to the park and like practice. You know, you're there for a specific reason, and it's not to like improve your skills as a dancer. You know what I mean. If you know what I mean. But yeah.
Let me ask you this then. When is the last time you've been to an event with all 4 elements of hip hop?
Okay, so this actually has to be in Hong Kong. I would say there hasn't been events in a long time. Sadly, but I would say one of my buddies has organized a hip hop block party before, and there was graffiti because he's a graffiti artist and a popper, but he's like a French dude, but living in Hong Kong. So he organized a block party, which was really crazy because this is something real special because he actually had to scout out an abandoned rooftop in Mongkok. And then so people were using it to do graffiti before, like graffiti artists. They always find some cool abandoned places. So he just decided like, oh, let's do a block party there. Just randomly set up some speakers, you know, bring out a dance floor, you know, do some graffiti. I guess, and then some people were doing a little bit of freestyling. And so you got that kind of a little bit of that vibe.
Just kind of ad hoc happened.
But you know, it is nice, you know, because you can see everything going on at the same time.
Because kind of on a global level, I haven't seen that in forever. Like I maybe have witnessed it once or twice. Like I'm even guessing at that. Like maybe like Rocksteady Crew or someone that did it in New York, the Mecca. So it was kind of like it was supposed to happen like that. But you now it's all just pockets. Like your dancers ain't really mixing with the MCs and the DJs. You know, like. It's like you guys got your own vibrant community. I look at some of the events you guys are doing, and it's like West Kowloon through an event that we kind of covered. I don't know if you're
there's a dance event, in December coming up. Like I think it's the 6th or something, 5th or 6th December in West Kowloon, and it's like this big. They have this big open space in there. All these, you know, different types of dances and dancers and stuff.
And I thought the turnout for that was real. Like it wasn't like, you know, like 30-some people standing around.
Like 200 to 300 people. It's pretty big, you know.
It's amazing to see. It looks like a really healthy scene. Like I'm not always involved in the dance side of it, but when I see it, I'm like, God damn. Supporting yourselves, and you know, like it's too bad because it seems like, oh, you know, like that's part of the hip hop community too. But it's like you're all that way, and like, you know, these rappers are over here.
A lot of the time, it's like people are dancing just because they like the movement, not necessarily because they are buying into the whole culture. Otherwise, they would probably like go to parties more or something.
But I always feel the boogie too. You know, I think a lot of people that turn to like, you know, like MC, DJ. I think one of the main things was the music, and it just made you kind of move. You're like, yo, this is fly, man. Like, I ain't afraid of the dance floor when like the right music comes on. Exactly. And you're like, yo, we gotta move, man.
Exactly. I mean, there are a few clubs like, you know, if that actually have good music. Like if I just list them out, like if you go to Frank's, they have good music. They have good hip hop music. You know, some other friends are DJing around, and so it's like, you know where the good music is if you just follow the DJ that's playing there.
I think you got to do it because it doesn't seem that there's like one. I guess it makes sense, but like not just one space. You can always go to and be like, yo, they'll be playing some hip hop.
Right. And actually, it's kind of it's real. I think it's mostly not the dancers' fault or not the people who are in the scene's fault as much as if you're in the club scene and you try to do like a hip hop night. A lot of times, like the first month, it's like the second month, third month, it's dead. Like people don't come anymore, so it's weird.
It is hard to maintain.
I'm sure you know.
I mean, well, I traveled to some and been like, oh, it's not around anymore. Like, you know, like,
trying to do like hip hop Thursdays at Play. Like, no, it's 1 month later.
Yeah.
That's it. That's like, I guess that was just the 1 month.
R&B slow jams.
Yeah. So, yeah. But it's okay, you know, we just go out and chill if there's time, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
The perfect day would be like, you know, you go to a jam, you battle, you have some dinner with your homies, and then you go hit the club, and everyone's just like chilling and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you've got all your like dance moves out during the day, and you can just chill.
Go
listen to some you know, beats at night, you know?
All right,
have a drink.
There you go. There's an opportunity, man. Make that money. Yo, you also have a film animation background.
Yes, I do.
From Rhode Island. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Smallest state in the United States. You can drive across it in 45 minutes.
Okay, yeah, nice.
The governor used to be a gangster.
Wow. Good.
Yeah.
Like a hood or like a mafioso
Italian
type?
mafia. And he made his own tomato sauce brand.
Wow, for real?
Yeah.
Is he still rolling? Like, what is this tomato sauce?
Yeah, I think it's still there.
Okay,
yeah. So that's the thing, and claim to fame from someone from our school, like one of the graduates from our school, was the creator of Andre the Giant. That not the giant wrestler, but the Obey, you know, the Obey logos. Stickers. Yeah. He actually. The reason where he got famous for doing that was he actually, as an art student, that time the mayor was campaigning to like be put back in office, and he like put this like big ass stickers of like Andre the Giant over the person's like the mayor's campaigning face all over the city.
And that was the Obey dude from the original thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
The Obey dude.
Dope.
Just in case you're wondering where that came from.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
It's just some kid just like plastering shit up.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe a political sort of
political art.
How did you like living in America?
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm sure you could tell I'm pretty much influenced a lot from it.
For sure.
Same, right? Like I wouldn't have gotten into b-boying probably if I wasn't there.
Did you find it? But you found it in Hong Kong first. You didn't. You're already a b-boy
in the States. I started.
Oh, I see. Right.
And that's when I kind of like, I just got like thrown in the deep end.
Yeah.
Because like right after I was like trained with the crews from Boston at MIT, which I wasn't a student at, but they all just used the school facilities. I think there was like one student.
MIT be deep in that hip hop shit. Wow.
I think maybe there were like 2 students.
Okay.
That like had like a breakdance club.
Yeah.
And they just invited everyone.
Nice.
So you'd have like random people just kind of like, I'm here for the breakdance club. It's like 40-year-old dude just like come in.
I got a GPA of 3.98.
So he starts promoting his jam while you're practicing.
Because when you go there, man, like especially when you go to New York, like you just feel it. Like it emanates from everywhere. Hip hop is like the buildings are covered in graffiti.
Yeah. And you know, you go out to the subway station, there's a crew hitting on the street, you know, doing performances for the tourists. You know? And then you'd be like, I was like, can I get down? You know, whatever. You know, they let you get down, do a set with them, and it's
nice.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, hella cool.
There's like a real sense of community in that sense.
Yeah.
But
I feel like, you know what, my experience in Hong Kong, like hip hop, I find is kind of old school too. Like now it's progressed quite a bit, right? You have all this trap, you have all these different styles. But I felt when I first came to Hong Kong, I was like, there's kind of this like b-boy entire community to it. Like, you know, like there's still people that really kind of paid attention to lyrics. And I kind of thought that was associated with kind of cantopop style, like maybe karaoke, knowing to be able to sing the lyrics. But they were more focused on it because in America, like my crew would perform and they just know your chorus. Right. They were well beyond like, your lyrics. Like you got bars, they're kind of you know, like, but like here I felt like people were more attuned to like what you were actually saying on the mic too.
Well, I can't speak much for like the MC side of things, but for b-boys, like a lot of local b-boys, they're not too great at English, and actually like they would really want to know what the song means that they're dancing to. So like, for example, there's like a song called like Date with the Rain. It's like, I got a date with the rain, and they're just like, what does that mean? What do you mean I've got a date with the rain? You know? Or there's another one where it's like it's like a really cool tune. It's like doing it in the park.
Yeah,
You know,
for
that
sure.
one?
Classic,
And then we like explained to them, and then after they're just like, okay, this is what that means. So then they incorporate it into their moves, you know?
Oh, dope. Yeah. Cool.
So like it's another level of like connecting with the music if you can understand it.
Yeah.
For that, but it's like pretty famous songs like that.
Right. Nice.
Hopefully, it won't get copyrighted if I'm just humming too.
Yeah, for sure. Better not. Facebook, don't cut us, man. Tell us about, you're talking about other people's award-winning work. What about, I see you have some award-winning film work.
Yeah, so like when I came back, I did like, I was really like trying to search for, I guess, search for some meaning or some like continuation to like the B-boy life that I was living in the States. So I actively went out and searched for some B-boys locally here in Macau. And I ended up making like 2 documentaries about them called Breakborders 1 and 2. And they got accepted into like a film festival here in Hong Kong, a Hong Kong International Film Festival. And the IFTA, I think. I have to remember, it's too long ago. But anyway, so I should have done my research again. I'm going to load up my memory banks. But yeah, so they were screened and stuff. And actually, it was really interesting because I followed a bunch of local B-boys here. And just so happened that there was a B-boy that was studying in like Nanjing University in Beijing, but he was actually an exchange student from Madison, Wisconsin. Oh, and they had like a battle of the year in like Shanghai, I think, and they were all there, and they came back to Hong Kong. And when he went back to Wisconsin, he has like I guess they have like a fund for like a multicultural hip hop events like month or something. And so he actually invited us all over to Madison, like I think it was like 15 of us all over to participate in this event called Breaking the Law. Dope name, man. Yeah. So we were like the first like Hong Kong crews, 3 crews to fly over and compete in a B-boy event in the States.
In Wisconsin, of all places? God damn.
Yeah.
Hong Kong, Wisconsin connect. That is rare as hell.
Wisconsin. So if you talk about like the crews that were there, Rhythm Attack crew, Unique Styles crew, and my crew, Special Style Sex Machine crew.
Special Style Sex Machines, know that. Dope name, dude.
And Flame Illusion. So those were the guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so crazy, so random. Like, what a place to be like, Hong Kong people have been sent over to Wisconsin to represent.
Yeah, so and then I filmed the whole process, right? So it became this whole thing, like, it was almost like a little hero's journey, because they just, have shots of them, like, practicing in, like, this random alley in Macau, and then suddenly they're on an airplane, like, flying to Wisconsin. There's snow. It's the first time people have seen snow. And they're just freaking out and eating, like, pizza with macaroni on it, like it's like slices like this big.
No, that's not the only thing you've been involved with the community, though. Tell us about BBoyHK.com.
Oh, right. Okay, so after all of that documentary stuff was finished, I still felt like there was more to do. There's always more to do, right? So I decided like to make this kind of like online social platform website, whatever. Called BBoyHK.com. Okay. And originally it was just supposed to be like a forum where people could just chat about events or talk about like moves or whatever, and integrate it into a Facebook page and stuff. But eventually, like all of the battles I would go to, I would film as well. So it became like an archive place, like a YouTube channel where you could search for, the battle from 2008 with like a crossover crew versus Rhythm Attack crew, like blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. You can see it like.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah.
So it's like an archive, and I would travel to China and stuff with my camera, and like there were still some events at that time that like wouldn't let you bring cameras in, and like I'd still bring my camera in and like film, and then like there'd be like this crazy battle that happened. And like suddenly the footage appeared, and then like people were asking me like, was it you? And I'd be like, I don't know, what are you talking about?
But that's the goal, man. Like you're the one documenting that scene, because or else it wouldn't exist. People would just hear rumors and like
that time people were still making like DVDs of events. They're trying to like, sell DVDs of the events, right? So if you brought a camera in, like, you know, they wouldn't be able to sell a DVD because you already have the footage. But this was like a while back. Right, so like it just appeared randomly online. Like I didn't put it on my own channel. I like put the battle on, like I sent it to my friend, and then he like sent it to someone else. So there's like
shadow account.
But I remember one thing that like a guy, one of the OGs in Boston, told me, you know, there was some beef during a battle, and people were like, "Oh, you shouldn't put that online," blah blah, you know. But like he would just be like, "No, man, that shit is dope. Everyone's gonna see it, you know? Doesn't matter. You gotta put it out there."
Yeah, man. Put on the reel, and then people assess it for themselves, or just witness like the background of it. Man.
Yeah,
a lot of peace comes out of beef. You know, they sort out reconciliation and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. What do you have going on these days?
Well, so right now I'm doing a bunch of different stuff, as you do. You know, you gotta have many hands to survive and stuff. So I'm still doing filming, like random events, and, like editing, you know, it's like my bread and butter. But I also have like a little side biz selling CBD products called Miss CBD HK. And CBD, for those who don't know, is a derivative of cannabis, but all the THC, the good, has been taken out of it. So it's legal in Hong Kong. But there are still therapeutic benefits to it.
Right.
So like it helps you, you know, like de-stress, it helps you chill out, you know, helps you sleep a little bit better. After a long day, you have some CBD, you know, it just makes it a little better, you know.
Nice.
Helps you balance your system.
Does it do anything for like strenuous activity, like say breakdancing or like playing basketball? Like I heard MMA people, you know, like consume.
Yeah, they say that it might be helpful for like sports recovery, but I don't think there's enough research yet to have any like definitive answers.
Right.
But like, you know, if it works for you, it works for you, right?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe because it's also like anti-inflammatory.
Right.
So maybe that's why it helps to like relax the muscles a bit, so they recover faster. Maybe.
Right. Do you think it's starting to gain some traction? I've seen actually a few events with like like people are promoting CBD products now, like
definitely
more in Hong Kong, which I'm quite surprised.
Yeah. So I mean, I think in the past year, more and more people are popping up and doing these types of things.
Right.
There has even been like a CBD cafe where you can get shots of CBD in your coffee.
Oh.
So and CBD beer and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, it's getting more popular, I think, as more and more people know about it. You just have to get past the knowledge part, so they know what they're doing with it. You know? Yeah.
Hook me up, man. I'll be your KOL for CBD, dude.
Oh yeah.
I got like 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
Hardcore though. Hardcore.
Pour it all in at once.
No doubt.
One gummy per follower.
It's my diet, man. Yo, well, thank you for repping, man.
No worries.
And let's put these communities together. Maybe we can discuss about getting something going. You're always welcome back to the show.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, my G. You know, like thank you for doing this, coming on the inaugural.
No worries.
Breaking this off with the ill dance, with
the ice with the break dance.
Yeah. With those ill fishes. You see how that all came together? Rewind that, man.
Yeah, rewind that.
So where can people find you?
Where can they find me?
Yeah, right, quick. Maybe online.
Maybe I don't want to be found.
Yeah, no doubt. Peace.
No, but check it out. My IG handle, BBoy HK, and Miss CBD HK as well. Help you. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And we're gonna see some dance videos. We're gonna see a bit more of you on those things.
Definitely.
Events that might be happening soon, because we're gonna get through this craziness. And,
I mean, events are starting to come back. You know, carefully, but you know.
Yeah.
They're there.
Awesome, man. Like, I think you definitely be repping this community and repping this culture for a good sec, man. Maybe you should really go and check out the archives that he has up there to see B-boy dancing in Asia and what exactly has been going on in the history, man. Because you can't be progressing without like a good chunk of that history, like
exactly
knowing what's up, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Enough respect, Chi.
Respect.
Big up, big up. Just first of many episodes, man, so check that out. So yo, thank you for checking out SPITGAN TV with Bread TV. We're bringing you the illest information. Tune in every week because we're gonna be doing this show in a live format, so it's gonna be even wilder, off the chains, you know? We're gonna be bringing hip hop, fashion, basketball. We're gonna be doing all that goodness, as you can see, because we bring in the top notch from the city in to share with you, break down their experiences, give you the knowledge. Yes.
And the good.
And the goody, man. So tune in, Bread TV's Facebook and app. You can see the live shows, ask questions, comment, be involved, because that's how you get the community going. And stay tuned for more live performances and basketball knowledge. You can tune into spitgan.com, shop around a little. It's all good. Nick D, peace out, baby.
Joey, yo.